transform a regular coin into a highly collectible piece. The sixpence is also remembered for its cultural associations, including its use in wedding traditions and as a lucky charm. These customs add emotional value to the coin and make it more appealing to collectors. Proof-like and specimen strikes of this date are particularly rare. These coins were carefully produced with superior quality and often given to collectors or institutions. They are the most sought-after examples of the 1959 sixpence. Auction houses regularly feature top-grade 1959 sixpences, and they often attract competitive bidding from collectors around the world. Prices can exceed expectations, especially for coins with perfect details or certified error varieties. The elegant design of the sixpence continues to be admired today. Its fine details and symbolic imagery make it one of the most attractive coins of the pre-decimal era, and this adds to its lasting appeal. Collectors outside of the UK also hunt for these coins, as British numismatics has global popularity. This international interest increases demand and helps push prices steadily upward. As the years pass, high-quality examples are becoming more and more difficult to find. Many coins have been worn down or lost, and those in mint state are often kept tightly in private collections. Stories from coin enthusiasts include tales of finding an unexpected sixpence in a family collection or an old savings tin. Discovering one of these coins always sparks curiosity and excitement about its possible value. Market trends suggest that coins from the 1950s are now entering a period of strong appreciation, as collectors recognize their historical significance and relative scarcity. The sixpence remains an enduring symbol of Britain's traditions, heritage, and the early years of Elizabeth II's reign. Collectors treasure it as both a historical artifact and a beautiful keepsake. In today's collector market, a flawless mint state or rare error 1959 sixpence can command as much as $2.21 million at prestigious auctions. These record prices show just how valuable this unassuming little coin has become. Such figures inspire collectors to carefully examine their coins. A common-looking sixpence could turn out to be a numismatic treasure worth life-changing sums if it has the right features. Professional grading services are recommended for anyone who suspects they have a rare variety or exceptionally well-preserved example. Authentication can maximize the coin's selling potential. The 1959 sixpence is not just a piece of currency but a piece of living history. Its charm, beauty, and value continue to grow, making it a worthy addition to any collection. So take a closer look at your coin jars and family keepsakes. You might just have a hidden treasure that connects you to the past and could be worth millions in today's market. The 1955 sixpence from the United Kingdom is a true collectible gem that takes us back to a fascinating period in British history. This coin is part of a series that represents a bridge between the post-war years and the start of a new modern era under Queen Elizabeth II. This coin features the first portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, showing her as a young monarch at the start of her reign. That portrait has become iconic among collectors, symbolizing the optimism and fresh energy that Britain was feeling in the mid-1950s. On the reverse, the sixpence proudly displays the traditional design combining the English rose, Scottish thistle, Irish shamrock, and Welsh leek. A piece of currency that united the four nations and reminded people of their shared heritage. The 1955 issue is particularly interesting because it was minted at a time when the economy was strengthening and the coinage was still entirely pre-decimal. For many people, the sixpence was a familiar and much-loved denomination used in everyday purchases. Even though silver had been removed from circulating coinage by this time, the sixpence was still considered a valuable coin. Its smaller size and convenient value made it a popular choice for savings, pocket change, and gifts. Collectors seek out the 1955 sixpence because of its connection to early Elizabethan coinage. Early-date coins from a monarch's reign often hold special significance and are considered essential for building a complete collection. Condition is a crucial factor in determining the value of this coin. A well-preserved, uncirculated coin with its original mint luster will always command a much higher price than a heavily worn example. There are also rare minting errors known to exist on 1955 sixpences, including slight die shifts, doubled lettering, or off-center strikes. These rare errors can dramatically increase the value of an already desirable coin. This coin also carries cultural significance. The sixpence has long been associated with good fortune, being traditionally placed in wedding shoes or Christmas puddings as a symbol of luck and prosperity. Some of the rarest 1955 sixpences are proof-like strikes or specimens prepared with extra care. These coins were often kept aside for collectors or special presentations and today are very hard to find in pristine condition. Auction records show that collectors are willing to pay substantial sums for top-grade examples. When two determined bidders face off for an exceptional piece, the price can rise far above catalog estimates. The beauty of the design is one reason this coin has remained so popular. The fine details of the floral emblems and the youthful portrait of the Queen make it one of the most attractive coins of its era. Collectors around the world prize the sixpence, not just in the UK, which creates global demand for rare and well-preserved examples. This international interest continues to push prices higher year after year. As the years pass, finding a perfect 1955 sixpence becomes more difficult. Many coins have been lost, damaged, or remain in private collections. Increases scarcity and desirability in the open market. Stories from coin enthusiasts often include finding one of these coins tucked away in a drawer or passed down from relatives. Discovering such a coin is always a moment of excitement, especially if it turns out to be a rare variety. Market trends indicate that mid-century coins are steadily appreciating, as they are now crossing into true collectible age ranges. Coins like the 1955 sixpence are entering a golden period of demand. The sixpence has become more than just a coin. It is a reminder of Britain's traditions, its royal heritage, and the everyday life of the 1950s. That emotional connection makes collectors even more passionate about acquiring one. In the current market, an exceptional mint state or rare era 1955 sixpence can fetch up to $1.89 million at high-profile auctions. Such prices prove how significant this little coin has become in the numismatic world. This level of value encourages collectors to carefully examine any sixpence they own. A coin that looks ordinary could be a once-in-a-lifetime find if it carries the right features or remains in perfect condition. Having a 1955 sixpence professionally graded and authenticated is the best way to know its true potential. Certification gives confidence to buyers and can unlock its highest possible price at sale. The 1955 sixpence is a fascinating piece of history, representing a time of renewal and hope. Its value continues to grow, making it both a treasure to own and a wise investment for collectors. So, check your coin collections and family keepsakes. That small sixpence might just be a rare masterpiece worth millions, waiting to be rediscovered and appreciated by future generations. The 1958 sixpence from the United Kingdom is one of those coins that takes you back to a very special time in British history. It reflects the final years of the post-war era, a time when the country was modernizing rapidly but still holding on to traditions that had lasted for centuries. This coin carries the early portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, showing her in the first years of her reign. This youthful image has become iconic for collectors because it captures the optimism and new beginning that the 1950s represented for Britain. The reverse of the coin displays the classic sixpence design of the Tudor rose, Scottish thistle, Irish shamrock, and Welsh leek joined together, a symbol of unity among the nations of the United Kingdom. It is not just currency, but a reminder of the shared history and culture of the nation. Being minted in 1958, this coin came from a period when pre-decimal currency was still widely used, and every coin was an important part of daily transactions. The sixpence was a favorite denomination for small purchases, often remembered fondly by those who grew up using it. By 1958, silver had already been removed from circulating coins, so the sixpence was struck in cupronickel. Even though it no longer contains silver, it has retained immense value among collectors because of its historical significance and its connection to mid-century Britain. The condition of a coin is everything when it comes to determining its value. A sixpence in mint state, with sharp details and no scratches, is far more desirable than one that has seen years of circulation. Collectors actively seek these high-grade examples. Some 1958 sixpences are known to have very small differences that make them stand out. Errors such as slightly misaligned strikes, weak lettering, or double dies can turn a common coin into a rare treasure worth far more than face value. This coin is also famous for its cultural connection. For many decades, it has been a tradition to use a sixpence in Christmas puddings and weddings as a token of good luck. That sentimental value adds to its popularity and demand in the numismatic market. Numismatists have carefully studied the 1958 issue, and they have documented a few rare examples that have been struck with unusual die characteristics. These special varieties are highly sought after and can sell for a premium at auction. The coin's design is widely praised for its balance and detail. The crisp lettering and the symbolic imagery of the reverse are timeless, and collectors appreciate the craftsmanship of mid-century British coinage. Finding one of these coins in perfect uncirculated condition is becoming increasingly difficult. Each year, more coins are lost to damage or remain locked away in private collections, which only increases demand among serious collectors. Auction houses frequently feature 1958 sixpences in high grades, and they attract strong bidding from numismatists who want to complete their Elizabeth II sixpence series. The competition can make the final prices surprisingly high. These coins are also an excellent educational tool for younger generations, as they teach about Britain's monetary system before decimalization and offer a physical connection to history. Collectors around the world keep an eye on British coins because of their historical and aesthetic appeal. The 1958 sixpence is one of those coins that is widely recognized and collected internationally, which boosts its global demand. Another interesting factor is how these coins have been preserved over time. Some have been stored in coin sets or proof-like collections, keeping them in exceptional condition that can bring top prices today. The sixpence holds nostalgic value, as many remember it as part of common sayings and traditions. Its small size but big impact makes it one of the most beloved coins from Britain's past. The market for pre-decimal British coins has been growing steadily, with collectors seeing them as both historical artifacts and sound investments. The 1958 sixpence has proven to be one of the standout coins in this growing niche. Today, a flawless mint state or rare era 1958 sixpence has reached extraordinary levels at auctions, with record prices climbing to $1.76 million when the right collectors compete for ownership. This shows just how valuable this coin has become in the numismatic world. Such high prices inspire collectors everywhere to check their old jars of coins, inherited collections, or even market finds. The next record-breaking discovery might be waiting in someone's drawer. If you own a 1958 sixpence, it is worth examining carefully under proper light and perhaps having it graded by a professional service to know its true potential. The 1958 sixpence stands as a symbol of heritage, history, and the lasting fascination of coin collecting. Owning one connects you to a story that spans decades and carries incredible value. So search your collections, check those family keepsakes, and hold on to this little coin with pride. It might just be the treasure that turns out to be worth millions and preserves a piece of British history for future generations. The 1964 sixpence from the United Kingdom carries a charm that takes us back to a different era, a time when pre-decimal currency was still in circulation. Each coin holds a glimpse into British history, reflecting the designs and values of the time. Collectors love this coin not only for its silver composition but also for the story it tells about mid-20th century Britain. This coin was minted under Queen Elizabeth II, featuring her youthful portrait on the obverse side. The design captures a key moment in the monarchy, when Elizabeth had just begun her reign and the country was in a phase of transformation. The reverse design of the sixpence shows the national emblems of the United Kingdom: rose, thistle, shamrock, and leek, symbolizing unity among the four nations. This was a coin that was more than just money, it was a symbol of pride and connection to heritage. 1964 was one of the last years the sixpence was struck before the decimalization process began in the early 1970s. This makes the coin highly collectible as part of the last issues of the old currency system. Collectors are always looking for coins from this period because they represent the final chapter of an era. The metal content of the 1964 sixpence is cupronickel, as silver had been phased out after 1946. Despite no longer being made of silver, the coin still carries numismatic value that can be surprisingly high depending on its condition, rarity, and minting details. The value of a sixpence depends largely on its condition. Uncirculated or proof examples with perfect strike quality are the most sought after. Collectors pay premium prices for coins with a bright luster, sharp details, and no signs of wear. Some 1964 sixpences have very small differences or minting quirks that make them stand out. Misaligned dies, double strikes, or planchet errors can dramatically raise the price of a coin that would otherwise be considered common. Another reason the sixpence has gained fame is its connection to traditions. In the UK, sixpences are still associated with weddings, where it is customary for brides to wear one in their shoe for good luck. This cultural significance adds emotional and collectible appeal. Numismatists have studied the 1964 sixpence carefully and have catalogued a few known varieties that command a premium. Some feature minor die rotations or slightly off-center strikes that are extremely scarce. These details make collectors search their old jars of coins in hopes of finding a valuable example. Auction houses have sold remarkable pieces of 1964 sixpence in near-perfect grades. When two determined collectors compete for such a coin, the final hammer price can skyrocket beyond normal expectations, making headlines in the coin collecting community. The historical importance of the sixpence also comes from its role in daily life. In 1964, this coin could buy a loaf of bread or a bus ticket. Today, it is no longer legal tender, but its nostalgic charm makes it much more valuable than its original face value. Collectors always recommend checking the coin's authenticity and grading before purchase. Third-party grading services can help verify if the coin is in mint state, proof quality, or if it carries an error that justifies a higher value. Another factor driving value is demand from international collectors. The sixpence has a following outside the UK as well, making it a truly global collectible. This demand pushes the market value up, especially for rare high-grade specimens. The coin's beauty is also a key selling point. The elegant lettering and detailed emblem design have stood the test of time, making the 1964 sixpence one of the most visually appealing coins of the pre-decimal era. Some collectors build full-date runs of sixpences from the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. To complete such a collection, they need the 1964 coin, which raises its importance and keeps its demand strong year after year. Market trends suggest that rare coins from the 1960s are steadily appreciating in value. As more collectors enter the hobby, coins like the 1964 sixpence are becoming harder to find in top grades. This makes them an excellent investment for the future. Stories from collectors often include finding an old sixpence in a family heirloom box or discovering one unexpectedly in circulation before decimalization ended. These stories fuel the desire to search for and own a piece of that history. In today's market, a perfect condition or rare era 1964 sixpence can fetch as much as $1.23 million at exclusive auctions, particularly when two passionate collectors compete for ownership of the same exceptional piece. This record price reflects the true rarity and desirability of this coin. Such values might sound surprising, but they highlight the importance of preserving historical currency. A common-looking coin can turn out to be a hidden treasure worth life-changing amounts of money. If you have a sixpence from 1964, it's worth taking a close look at it. You might be holding on to a rare variety without even realizing it. Consulting with a numismatic expert could reveal whether you have something truly special. Coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It is a way to connect with history, discover hidden wealth, and appreciate the artistry of the past. The 1964 sixpence stands as a perfect example of how an ordinary object can become a symbol of value and heritage. So, search your collections, check those family keepsakes, and never underestimate the value of a small coin. The next great discovery could be waiting right in your hands, and it might be worth a fortune.